All right, so brief introduction, super brief, into Adobe Premiere Pro. First thing is when you open, you guys are going to be working in 2024, so Adobe Premiere Pro 2024. When you open, you know, I've obviously been in here quite a bit, so I get this introduction screen or project screen or whatever, and I don't get a lot of the other pop-ups that's like, you know, whatever. You want to watch a tutorial or you need an introduction or whatever. We're not doing that. So when you get in here, if you were trying to create your first project, the first thing you do is you would, here on this screen, you do new project. And then it brings up sort of this where you can put in the settings and everything. And this can, even just this can be a little confusing, right? So first of all, up here, your project name. So I'm going to say 2024 introduction is going to be my project file. Where am I going to save it? Well, I obviously don't want to save it in the Senior Spotlights folder. So I can choose location here. So I'm just going to choose the desktop, which is not, or I'm going to check the document. No, because that's going to confuse you. You always do everything in your Google Drive. So I'm going to go to Google Drive, My Documents, and I'm going to go into Projects. For me, this is just for me. And I'm going to go to Video, and I'm going to create a new folder, and that folder is going to be 2024 Introduction. And then I'm going to click that, and that is the folder where I'm going to put this project. And then there's templates. Right now, you don't need to worry about that. There's settings of what you can do, and at the moment, you really don't need to do any of that. You can just go ahead and click Create. Once you click Create, you're going to bring up what is the user interface here on Adobe Premiere Pro 2024. Yours likely won't look like this because this is the first time that you've opened it. And so workspaces a lot of times will come to this as default, Learning. And Learning brings up over here information with tutorials and stuff. Maybe you want that, but everything else gets smaller. I don't want that. So I go to Workspaces and I go to Editing. Okay, so as you're looking at this, you're looking at a couple of different tiles. This first tile down here is your timeline. This one here is where you can import your media, and you can see the media that you've imported. You can also find effects and there's other tabs here. But for, again, just super brief, import media. Right now, you have nothing that is imported into this project. So what does that mean by your media? It might be your sound effects. It might be your background music. It might be your, well, it's definitely going to be your video. Whatever video you've taken, you import that in here. It's not edited in any way. It just brings in those full video files. So let's say you used your phone. You went and you got some video. You've got these different video clips. And so if we were to go find them, so right now on this computer, I have a, no, I don't. Here we go. I've got a SD card, and on that SD card, there is a video right here. It's an MP4 video. So I go and find that video, and I click Open, and it imports it. So now I have, it's 16 minutes and 18 seconds. That doesn't sound right, but it might be. This video. Now, as I click on this video, up here, when you select a clip, it'll actually bring it up into this video, or into this tile. And what happens is you can come in here and you can use some selection tools to mark like in and out on the clip what it is that you want to drag down to your timeline. A lot of people edit this way. And in fact, as you go through the tutorials, they're going to tell you to edit that way. I don't personally do that. I usually just drag this clip directly into the timeline, and then I go in and cut it up and edit from here. The other thing that's interesting in here is that if you have the video clip or the video that you are working on and you go to Effect Controls, this is where you can change lots of things. So, you know, you can change the position, the scale, the rotation of the video. And you say, well, what does that mean? Well, so let's say I want to have, maybe I want to grab another video and bring it over there. So like if I just bring a second video for funsies, okay, and I drop it in here, is it going to let me? It's not going to let me. Let me import something else. Let's do file, import, and let's go to Google Drive, shared drives, tech support, and we'll find something from the news. So day in the life, assets, and then we got a bunch of images in here. So let's just do that. Let's grab oh no, these are all videos. Let's grab this right here. I don't even know what it is, but we'll just grab it. Okay, so it's 57 minutes of this dude walking around. So if I take this and I say, I want to add another video, or it's 57 seconds, excuse me. So I grab it in here and you say, well, I've got the video in the background and now I've got this video in the front. Just like on Photoshop, you have like layers and you can't see them, but you say, well, I want this video to fill up the whole screen. How would you do that? Well, I would click on it. I go over here to like scale, and I can either enter a different number like 300 and hit enter, or I can actually just put my mouse over it and I can drag it. The other thing I can do is I can click on the scale and it brings up these handles to where I can move it myself. So over here, a lot of times what I'm using this for is for those effects. I'm not using it and controlling those effects. Like I said, you can rotate it. I don't know why you would put it upside down, but maybe that has something to do with your editing. And so down here, you can see the timeline. This here represents the audio. So you got your video here on the V channel, and then you've got your audio here on the A channel. And you've got A1, A2, A3, and you've got video 1, video 2, video 3. So I want to go ahead and get rid of this, so I'm just going to select it and click delete. So if I were to come in here and say, okay, I've got this one clip, but there's this large portion of it that I don't want where nothing is happening, how would I fix that? Personally, again, this is how I edit. This is not necessarily how they're going to tell you to edit as you go through the tutorials, but I would come in and grab this razor. It looks like a typical razor you'd shave with or whatever, old school kind. Click on it and I can come in here and I can select right here. I can cut the clip right here. I can cut the clip here. I can cut the clip here. I can cut the clip. And so now instead of it being one single clip, it's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate videos. Okay. So I can come in and select, I go back to my selection tool. I can select the part of the video that I don't want and I can click delete, but you can see now it creates this blank space. So when in my timeline, now it's blank. How do I fix that? I can click in here and instead of before, so let me show, if I go to this one and I want to delete it, but I want to bring the two clips together, instead of clicking delete, I hold shift and delete. And that's called a ripple edit, which again, you'll learn about that, but that just takes away that space. What if you've already done it and you have this blank space? How can you get rid of it? Click it, the empty space, shift, delete. Easy. All right, so my video now is here, and it's just a whole lot of noise, random stuff in the background that I don't really want, and it's super loud. So I can now take this right here, this slider, and I can adjust the volume of that audio. So I can turn it way down. And now if I play, you can't even hear it. You got to see? So maybe I don't want any audio at all. What do? I come over here and I can just click mute the track. And now, no matter where we are on that and no matter what I've done, that track is now muted. Okay, so let's say I want to add music because you got your video, great. You've gone in and you've cut out the stuff you don't want, fantastic. So now you're ready to just add a little audio. So again, you do file, import, you'd go and find wherever your audio is. So for me, I know in tech support we have assets and in here we have music. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to select hype. I don't even know what it is. But now it's going to pop up over here in the in my project as in source material that I have. I can take this, I can drag it down, and I can drop it into my timeline, and I drop it into the audio channel. I don't drop, or into the audio channels, the audio side. This line breaks up. Video is up, audio is down. So now when I play, okay, so then that audio is playing in the background. I can adjust the volume. The other thing is down here, you have this slider to where you can adjust this to sort of zoom in or zoom out. That's the whole point. And then you can also use it to slide back and forth. This is your playhead. So wherever this is what it's gonna play. I can turn this down so it's not so crazy. So it's more of a background. Okay, fantastic. All right, one last thing. So using your headsets that you have, you can do a voiceover. So that's another thing. If you want to add a voiceover, how do you do that? Well, you'd go down here to one of these blank, I'm going to turn this down quite a bit. You go down here to one of these blank audio channels, and you click this little icon right here. And it's just the microphone. And what it'll do is it'll do a countdown. Hi. This is my that, can't do that. The reason why that happened is because it's going through the speakers on the top. So let me change the audio to go into the Yeti. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna actually delete this and we'll come back, we'll do it again. Okay, so if I come in here and I do this, I can go, wait, 3, 2, 1. Hello, welcome to this video about this Seiko Bruce Lee. And you're like, what does that mean? All of you in class that are listening right now? It doesn't matter, it doesn't care. I'm just recording a voiceover. And stop. And now you can hear that my voiceover is there.
Hello, welcome to this video about this Seiko.
Oh, you know what? I'm not recording to the Yeti. I am recording. So audio settings, how do you fix this? So voiceover record settings, you want to change. So the input right here is microphone. It's the one that's on the on my webcam. So you don't want that one. You actually want to select the Yeti. So you go down here to Yeti, and now I close this. I take this. I delete it because it was terrible. I come down here and I do it again because this microphone's going to be better. So here we go. Hello and welcome, to this video about the Seiko Bruce Lee. This came from 1969. It is the proof dial, and it has the proper date wheel as well to match the same one that Bruce Lee had. Okay, so then it comes in, right? And now if I play. Hello and welcome to this video about the Seiko Bruce Lee. This came from 1969. It is the proof dial. And it has the proper date wheel as well to match the same one that Bruce Lee had. Okay, so that's a real easy introduction, brief into Adobe Photoshop or Adobe Premiere Pro 2024. There's other videos that I've already put in there about, okay, so I've created my video. How do I get it out of here? How do I export it? There's videos that are there for that I've created for you. I hope that this is helpful to just give you a brief start. There will be a couple questions that you'll need to answer to show that you watched this video and that you completed this assignment, but we should be ready to move forward here shortly. All right, that's it.